Okay. Good morning, everybody. And welcome to another episode of the Daily Huddle Spiritual Matters Thursdays. I'm your host, Dr. Monikah Ogando, with my cat eye glasses, darling. Yes, rocking the Christmas gifts already. I hope that you had a fantastic holiday season and we're still gearing up for one more. There's one more big celebration. We culminate this holiday season in this country with the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day celebration. And I want to share with you the biggest, most important, most impactful ritual that I have practiced for many years as I bring the old year to a close and launch the new year to a roaring start. And that is a burning bowl ceremony. A burning bowl ceremony. How many of you have heard of that? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of a burning bowl. Put a 2 in the chat if you've actually done it. So we're going to go through what it actually is and then give you some pointers. If you want to do it on your own, that's great. If you want to have my guidance, I have a free email sequence that I will send to you so that you can join us in community as we do it in our own spaces and safe spaces, etc. Okay, so the burning bowl implies that there is a place where you go burn off the dross of the old, burn off what no longer serves you, what you are wanting now and committed to releasing, etc. And so we prepare it with a fireproof container, one of those aluminum baking dishes that you can get at the dollar store or whatever. Like you don't have to get too fancy with this. And you write down on a piece of paper all of the things that happened this year or in years prior that you are now ready to release. And it can sound something like, I now clear and release all of my procrastination habits. I now clear and release any delays in receiving money. I now clear and release. So all the things that you want to release that you no longer want present in your life, you write those down on a piece of paper. And go ham, release it all. Because this ritual isn't just for the energy out there, it's for your consciousness. You are telling yourself what you are releasing, what you're letting go of. This is you putting yourself on notice. Yeah. And so once you have completed that, once it feels complete, and you're like, okay, if I release any more, I'll start shedding skin. Like once you're that down to the bare bones, right? Then you put that piece of paper inside of your burning bowl of your fireproof container, your aluminum baking dish. It sounds better when you say burning bowl than like Dollar Tree baking dish. You know what I mean? It's just, come on, let's romanticize our lives. So you put it inside of your burning bowl and you light it up. Just, one of those household lighters, and you watch it burn. As you watch it burn, imagine that the smoke. Oh, Maria, absolutely. I'll add you to the list. Absolutely. Imagine that the smoke, the ashes, the fire that's raising to the ethers is evaporating all of the stuff that you now have released, that you're now letting go of, that no longer serves you, that is part and parcel of your past, and you are no longer bringing it with you to your next chapter. Okay. That's step 1 of that ritual. Step 2 of the ritual is, as you know, the universe abhors a vacuum. So every time that you create a clearing, you have to put something else on top of it. Otherwise, the old stuff will come back because it already has a groove on it, right? So what you're going to do is take another piece of paper. And on that piece of paper, you're going to write down all the things that you're now welcoming in for the new year. I'm so happy and thankful now that my revenue has doubled. I'm so happy and thankful now that I have released all of the weight. I'm so happy and thankful now that I am healthy, fit, strong, and live. I'm so happy and thankful now that, et cetera, et cetera. You fill in the blank, right? Now, the reason why I like doing this in community is because I'm on your team about it. You can do this by yourself, by your lonesome. You Lone Ranger folks that love to just do stuff by yourself and not tell anybody, that's fine. You could do that. But if you want to do it in community, one of the reasons why I ask you to send me your email is because when you write down that intention letter of what you're intending to receive, what you're intending to create, what you are present for in the upcoming year, in this case, 2025, then you send that email to an anonymous mailbox on my list. And come June, right? Because this is a winter solstice ritual. Come June with the summer solstice ritual, we send that letter back to you. We don't read it. We just keep it for your accountability that you said that you sent it. And then come June 21st, which is the summer solstice, then we send that letter back to you as a form of celebration. The summer is when the sun is at its peak, it's at its highest, it's the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. And so the burning bowl ceremony isn't just something that happens in 10 minutes during Christmas or during New Year's. It is a process of creation for yourself, right? And so we send you that letter back so that you can celebrate all the things that you have created in the first 6 months of the year. And if you haven't, then get you in gear so that the second half of the year can be truly a culmination of your manifestations. So that is my celebratory, bookend for the old year and welcoming the new. I would love to hear from you. What rituals do you have in your culture, in your family, to kind of put a period on the end of the old year and bring in the new? I would love to hear. Don't all talk at once.
Uh, I don't feel quite qualified to speak on it so much, Doc, because I haven't
Okay.
actually done the exercise yet.
Uh-huh.
But what I will do is actually do it. And what I'm going to put on it is to bury and to pretty much forget about the, the things that I haven't done in the past and to move forward, being that every day and every day is a fresh beginning. Every day is your world made new. In
Mhm.
reality, it actually is. So being trapped in things that you have or have not done to the past through your memory
Yeah.
doesn't really serve us very, very well. So I understand why the exercise is so important. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. The projects, every project that I didn't complete, um, I'm gonna I'm gonna essentially burn the memory of that, but not burn the project.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the objective? Am I
Yeah,
right?
you so release the things that don't serve you, right? So release the
Exactly.
disappointment or the delay or the procrastination or whatever. But if the project is still something that lights you up, then absolutely, let's bring it to the
Oh,
next year with renewed and refreshed energy.
so are we supposed to actually take, let's just say I'm going to burn a procrastination? We're actually supposed to choose a particular topic. Do we do it in that way and say that's what I'm going to burn?
Yeah, you can, absolutely. You can
Okay,
burn a
beautiful.
characteristic,
Hmm.
or you can burn a habit. Yeah,
Burn a habit.
absolutely.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm. Right. Okay, then. Well, I would definitely be burning the habit, the habit of distraction, because I've allowed distraction to be a habit. Sometimes you just have to make up your mind when other things want to impinge. I'm just not doing that now. I'm sticking on what I got to stick on.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Thank you.
Good, absolutely. Absolutely. Good. Thank you for that. Who else has something to share? Yes, Giovanni. For some reason, I can't remove the spotlight stuff, so somebody else bring it in.
Okay, I'm here. So, there is the usual
Mhm.
12 grapes
Yes,
that we eat at
yes,
midnight,
yes.
right? Each grape is each grape we eat is a goal or a dream one wants to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So I love doing that one. And then and not every year, but mostly every year, I get people over to the house and I give them a piece of paper where they have to write all the all the things, all the unfulfilled expectations from last year, from
Mm-hmm.
this year, and they also have to write all the great goals that they achieved, like
Oh,
all
that's
of them.
great.
Yeah, because the triumphs of the past becomes an ego trip of the future, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So we have to write them all, and just leave all the disappointments there, and also all the joy and all the triumphs,
Yeah.
and then we go burn them in the back of the house, and then we give them away so that we can have a blank slate to create, to continue to create.
Nice. I
You're not
like
paying
it.
attention.
No, I like that. I like that process because it allows you to create intention collectively. When everybody writes their stuff down and everybody releases it and everybody brings in something else, it's like you're adding a third mind because there's a collective agreement on that.
Yeah, and it's fun, and people cry
Mhm.
sometimes
Really? Oh.
because they're
Okay,
letting go some real disappointment.
we're all going over to your house so we can do it.
Yes, you have to come over. You're so invited, Dr. Ogando. Just let me know.
That's fantastic.
You're
Awesome.
already
Who
invited.
else? Huh?
This is an official invitation, okay, for you to come
Oh,
at
okay.
midnight.
I love it. I love it. Thank
Yes.
you. Okay, who else has something that ritual that you share or that you
I,
should?
I have something.
Okay, tell
This
me.
is this is something that's very collective. The whole country, my whole country does this.
Yeah.
Every year we drink pumpkin soup.
Okay.
And my mother added to it. See, if you want a lot of money to come into your life and you want to release the old and have the new come in, you have to drink a Heineken and an orange and eat an orange at the same time.
Okay.
And then save the orange seeds for the rest of the year.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Okay, I love it.
It's all fun. It's all fun. And if you believe it, which I
Mhm.
do, it all works.
Good deal. Good deal. I like that. Okay, pumpkin seeds. We have grapes that we 12 grapes. Do you have them? Do you take those grapes under the table, Giovanni, or anywhere?
You mean the seeds?
Yeah, the grapes, the 12 grapes at midnight.
What do you
Uh,
mean by under the table kind of thing? What do you mean?
Like, do you get everybody together at the table and then you go under the table to eat them?
oh no, we don't go under the table.
Oh,
You
okay.
just everybody has a glass and of
Mm-hmm.
something of sparkling water or champagne, and
Mm-hmm.
while they are talking and drinking, they're thinking what their goals are for this year. 12
Okay.
goals. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. I love it. Who's that Galaxy S10? Is that Rashida? Let me see.
That's
Grand,
CC.
grand rising. It's unbelievable. I cannot be undercover on the Daily Herd. Everybody know.
Right. Yeah, you can't be incognito around here.
No, no. Anyway, grand rising, everyone. And it's bring me back to tradition with my grandparents. And I remember good what we used to do in those days is that my grandparents have lots of orange tree. So they have us pick our hand orange and count the orange seed at midnight.
Okay.
And the ironic thing that I will say is today that there is no seed in the oranges them at this level of consciousness. You cannot find orange with seed anymore. So I remember they used to have us peel the orange and suck on this orange and count how much seed is in the orange. And
Mm-hmm.
depending on how much seed is in the orange, the person who have the most seed is who would give the speech of the night for the family, and also the intention have the new year. And next thing I remember, my grandmama would not cook any kind of no duck, no chicken, no anything that have claw, because in the the way they used to say it in those days is that if you eat chicken or eat anything that have claw, you will be always scratching for the rest of the year. You know, when the chicken them is looking for worms or for any kind of food, you see that they've been scattering, and that is
Yeah.
what and, and I was like, what? But eventually, growing up and stuff like that and doing ayahuasca for the new year, I got the message and I got the intention what my ancestor them was teaching us. So that's what I can remember from the top of my head. But definitely the fire ritual, they do a fire ritual, but at midday before the New Year's, because at night we have dinner and we have the orange ritual. So thank you so much for, and I love the one with pumpkin soup. I love the idea. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Great. I love it. Good stuff. I just love all these rituals that we have for how we move our consciousness to creation. Yeah. So I love that. Yes, Laura.
Happy Kwanzaa, habari gani?
Umoja, umoja, umoja.
Umoja, yes. I love
Moja.
umoja. I love these shares. Oh my God, so beautiful. But growing up in Jamaica, my godparents used to celebrate New Year's Eve, where the communities would come together and she would just serve food and drinks and music and the candles. Then the candles came out and everybody were, dancing with their lighted candles. But I didn't like it because I didn't know how to enjoy or have fun then. But I came here to learn that it's Thanksgiving. It's a way of giving thanks to the community. And I found myself practicing in community a ritual which starts on Kwanzaa for 8 days. Letting go. I came on to hear you talk about the lighting and letting go
Yeah.
of, right, beliefs that's not serving us. So we do that during the 8 day ritual, sharing with each other, and at the end, setting up our sacred spaces to bring in what we need and to let go what we don't want. And I'm so grateful that I've come to this understanding of what all of this means. And now to really be enjoying it's just so powerful for me. And in my family, everybody stays up. Everybody stays up to greet each other for the New Year, which is a ritual as a family that we also practice. With that,
Nice.
I'm complete.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Good stuff. All right. Who else wants to share? Let's see. Florence says in Guyana as Guyanese, we cook black-eyed peas. This is cooked right before midnight, representing our desire and intention for prosperity. Oh, I love that. Black-eyed peas, honey. Yes. So if you have been here in Spiritual Matters Thursday for any amount of time, then you know that although we honor the culture holidays that we have, we also understand that there is a metaphysical, that there is a supernatural seasons and cycles that we move through. That is, as we know, one of the first laws of the universe is as above, so below. There's a law of correspondence. And that means that what is happening in nature is happening in our consciousness as well. And so when you see that in nature, at least in the northern hemisphere, when you have the fall equinox in September, equinox means equal. So that means that the sun is equally distant from the North Pole as it is from the South Pole. And not distant per se, but the light reaches it equally on the North Pole and South Pole. And so when we get to the fall equinox, that's when the sun begins to lose its intensity, culminating in, at this 90-degree angle, the winter solstice, which is when December 21st, when the sun is at its lowest energy on the northern hemisphere. And we have the longest day and the longest night and the shortest day of the year. And then after, after December 21st, it looks like, this is all a visual representation. It looks like it stays at that position for, 3 days, which is where we get the idea that the Son of God laid in the tomb for 3 days, but that's another sermon for another Sunday. And so after those 3 days, the sun begins to amplify its energy until it comes to the spring equinox, right? Which is when we get the whole idea of Easter and the sun resurrecting. And then it continues its rise all the way up to the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year and the shortest night. Right? And so at that peak in the summer solstice corresponds to the peak of darkness in the winter solstice. And in nature, the winter is the time of hibernation, of isolation, of being quiet, of going within, of conserving your energy and resources and so forth, of being quiet. And you'll notice that our society has a completely the opposite. You go rest in the summer and you have a lot of activity in the winter. In the summer, you take vacations and you go on holiday and et cetera, et cetera. But in the winter, you have a lot of parties to go to, a lot of food to eat, et cetera. So here in the Daily Huddle, specifically in the Spiritual Matters Thursday community, I'm going to invite you, challenge you, exhort you to begin to see where you are in alignment with the natural seasons cycles and where you may be in misalignment. Because where you may be in misalignment is an opportunity for growth, it's an opportunity for your leadership, it's an opportunity for you to get back into your natural energy. One of the things that I have discovered is that when I am in alignment with my natural energy, things don't have to take as long, they don't take as much effort, and they don't tire me out as much because I'm kind of like swimming with the stream, right? Whereas when you're swimming against the stream, that takes a lot of effort. And this, of course, is celebrated in hustle culture, but the Daily Huddle family knows better. The huddle is so that you don't have to hustle as much because you've huddled already. You've created a collective consciousness of growth, of flow, of energy, et cetera. And so by the time that you get out there after having your Daily Huddle vitamin for the day, your day flows more smoothly. Your day flows in much more excellence and mastery because you've aligned yourself. And that's what we hope to do here in the Daily Huddle family, is to support you in your goals and to empower you with the tools that you need to keep forging forward in a way that aligns with your desires and with your energy signature. So we'll keep it short today. Thank you so much for being here with us. We love you. Remember to love generously, to laugh a lot. Rest, get yourself at least 7 to 8 hours, 9, especially if you are feminine dominant or in the wintertime, 9 hours if you can. Eat more plant-based food, stress less, exercise more, move your body. Remember that twerking is a Kundalini raising exercise. Give of yourself, your time, your energy, your attention, your love, and of course, audit your assumptions. Audit your assumptions, check yourself before you wreck yourself. We love you. See you next time.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.